What up? What up, man? Look, I want to apologize. Man. I try to get my stuff set up right, correctly. Let me inform everybody I'm live on a different stream about that. But all right, here we go. Okay, playoffs, baby. You see what it's about. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas. Yeah, man. I tried to do it right. On I set up everything. Um, Hold on. Hold on here. Hold on. Okay. Sorry for the background, man. I tried to do it from my phone so you wouldn't be able to see my bed and all this good stuff, whatnot. But it is what it is. I don't know why I couldn't go from my phone, but I'm here now. All right, so playoffs. That's what we talked about, man. That's what it's about. First and foremost, I want to talk my shit about myself. I'm in 10 leagues, 10 different leagues, different formats, and I made the playoffs. I made the playoffs in all of them. You see my mic? I made the playoffs in all of them. You feel me? 10 for 10. It's the first time that I've been, however many leagues that I've been in, that I've made all 10 or whatever that I'm in. So I'm 10 for 10. It's 5 dynasties and 5 redrafts that I'm in. So 10 for 10. Talk my shit. I made up a term in another league that I used to mess with called Toot Your Horn Tuesday. So I'm tooting my shit today. It's Tuesday, ain't it? All right. So let's get into it, man. I got a list. I got my whole little thing done. Thing. So I wanted to kind of go through each league and the formats. My first one I want to go through is my dynasty. So I'm actually gonna look at it on my phone since I got the phone here, so I won't be going in and out, not being able to see myself. But first league I want to talk about is my dynasty league. It's called King of Kings, and it's a 12-team dynasty, super flex IDP. There's no kickers, there's no team defense. So it's IDP, individual defensive players. You guys know what that is by now. Super flex means you can start 2 quarterbacks, but you're not required to start 2 quarterbacks. But it's ideally to start 2 quarterbacks, right? It's a big format, and so it's 12 teams. And I kind of went off of how the NFL is doing it now, how 7 teams make it into the playoffs, even though there's 32. But anyway, but the first seed gets the bye. So I want to shout out my boy Drady Kruger, my boy Aaron. He went undefeated all the way through. Like, I was giving him shit all year long. Trust me, I was giving him shit all year long, giving him shit about how he gonna lose, and I'm still giving him shit. How he gonna practice hero, blah blah blah, this snap. But at the end of the day, my man, he went ahead and he did that. You feel me? He did that. He went undefeated. I can't recall in any leagues that I've been in, and I've been doing this for a minute. What is it? I've been doing this for at least 15 plus years, and I don't recall anyone ever really going undefeated. Having at least one loss, but never going undefeated. So that's a major accomplishment, Aaron. You did that. You got your bye. You sit back and relax and chill. Do your thizzle. He went 14-0. All right. But then I also got to shout myself out in the league too, because I went 11-3. Now, yeah, I got 3 losses, but I ended the year on a 10-game winning streak. I was 1-3, fellas, ladies and gentlemen. I was 1-3, 1-3. Ended up being 11-3. So I want to kind of talk about the matchups, and I got offensive MVP, defensive MVP because it's defense players, and some runner-ups, offense and defense. So kind of going to roll through that a little bit. So it's a theme too. It's a person here. If you had him, your team more than likely went into the playoffs. Offense and defense. Offense and defense. If you had him, you made the playoffs. Period. All right, so offensive MVP is Tyreek Hill, the cheetah. There's no way around it, right? There's no way around it. The cheetah. He did his thizzle, man. How my points are set up is really up there. It's really high. So he got 3,100 points, 3,110, right? It's a lot of points. But anyway, if you're in the league, you understand, you already know what's going on, right? For those who's not in the league that don't know what's going on, that's a high-scoring league, pretty much. High-scoring up there, right? So Tyreek Hill, MVP. Defensive MVP. I always get this dude name wrong, but he's the linebacker from the Jaguars. Oknaku. I can't say his first name. It's Fosse Oknaku. He put up 2,314 points. I told you it's a lot of points. Anyway, regardless, going past all that, right? The runner-up offensive MVP was C-Mac. I know what that is. Chris McCaffrey, 49ers. He put up 2,628 points. And then we had defensive runner-up MVP was Zaire Franklin. That's the linebacker from the Colts. He put up 2,191 points. It's a lot of points. So, if you had those guys, let's see, if you had those 4 guys on your team, you made the playoffs. In my format, you made the playoffs. If it's any other IDP league or whatever, you made the playoffs. Trust me, you made the playoffs. So I'm gonna give a shout out to them to those guys. Shout out to Dre the Cougar, aka Aaron. Salute, brother. Rest your team up, talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Coming off that bye, it's real scary. It's real scary, but you only need 2 wins. You only need 2 wins to get into the championship. So good luck to you. But good luck to you, brother. You know what I'm saying? So let's kind of go over the matchups, man. I'm going to go over the matchups in that league. And shout out some more people as well. So in what matchup is this? In the 3-6 matchup, it's going to be, let me make sure. Hold on. Let's go to standings real quick. No, okay. So in the 4-5 matchup, we got Team I See You. That's my boy Ringo. Shout out to Ringo. And then my Relly, my blood cousin, your mama's pimp. He up in there. He got the 4th seed was he went 9-5. 9-5, ended on a 2-game winning streak. And then Team Your Mom's Pimp, he went 8-6. He actually fought his way to get up in the playoffs because he had a 2-game winning streak to get up in there. So that's the 4-5 matchup. So that's the matchup that's going to be waiting for the undefeated regular season king, Dre Kruger, Aaron. All right. You can do that. You can do that if you're watching. You can do that. And then let's go with the 3-6 matchup. That's my boy J4U ATL. Shout out, man, my boy Wade in Atlanta. Been rocking with him for like 3 years now. He's in almost all my leagues. I met him in another league. He's a real solid cat. He went 11-3 as well. But he got the 3 seed. He only got the 3 seed. I got the 2 seed. We'll talk about that anyway. I got the 2 seed. He lost his last week. He would have been 12-2. Like, he's been killing it. He's been killing it all year long. But he got the 3 seed. I got him over because of points. As far as the tiebreaker. Let's see here. So he got the 3 seed. So he's playing my boy, Big Philly Birds. That's his name on here. Philly Birds. Big old Philly Birds. He's a Philadelphia fan. So he's actually on suicide watch. So if you're out there, Omar, I'm praying for you, brother. I mean, I know your team then lost 2 straight. But it's 2 good teams y'all lost to, but it's regardless 2 straight, and you on suicide watch. I haven't heard from his brother. So anybody out there, if y'all heard from Omar, let me know, because he is most likely on suicide watch, because his team has lost 2 straight games, but they're still 10-3. Come on now, but they're going in the wrong direction, right? So then the last matchup is me at the 2 seed at 11-3 against my boy. Bell the Don. Bell's the Don. That's his name on here. That's his team. And we play on Sleeper, man. Like, we all the only format that I'm playing on fantasy is Sleeper. So is on the Sleeper app. He actually went 7-7. He ended on a sour note, 2-game losing streak. Last time I was on live, I was drinking a beer. You're gonna give me some ginger ale and change my life over. But that's the 2-7 slot. That's me and him. He entered on a 2-game losing streak. But anything can happen, right? Like I always tell, this is my main motto. Like, it's a lot of this shit is luck, bro. We're not playing the game. This ain't Madden. I'm not controlling nobody. We don't know if somebody get hurt or injured. We don't know. Oh, my Lakers is doing it. Came back. All right. Yeah. So it's skill. Don't get me wrong. It's some skill involved, and I'll talk about that too, because it's definitely skill involved in fantasy football. But a lot of it is based on luck, because again, we are not controlling these guys. No matter how much we think we are, we're not controlling them. So that's what makes it so much fun, right? It's just, it's the luck of the draw, right? So, I mean, I had to be really lucky to even make the playoffs in all 10 of my leagues, okay? And these are different formatted leagues, okay? Some are formatted the same, but the scoring is not, and it's not the same. So, yeah, we'll talk about that as well. So that was King of Kings. That's my only dynasty league that I'm running. So I have other leagues that I have available, but they're all redrafts. But this is the only dynasty league. Again, shout out to Drady Kruger, aka Aaron, for going 14-0. Again, I'm sorry, man. I don't know if people are even watching. Well, I know people are not watching because it's showing. I messed up, man. As far as I thought I was going to be able to do it from my phone, and I had the whole setting, had the whole timer to count down and everything, all that going boom, boom, boom. Like, I was ready. I was just trying to get the shit right. I was here. Don't get me wrong. Black people, we like to be fashionably late, but I was ready. Okay, I was here ready, just trying to get my shit right. I should have did it. Whatever. It don't matter. Okay, it's here. We're here now, and it's all good. All right, so that's King of Kings, right? So let's just go over the playoff teams and give them this shout out. Drady Kruger 14-0. Me, Statavelli the Don, Statavelli the Don. You feel me? Stats don't lie. 11-3. My boy ATL Alcoholics. He went 11-3. Team ICU. That's my boy Ringo. 9-5. Team Yo Mama's Pimp, Big Relly, he went 8-6. Philly Birds went 7-7, and then QB Link Belly to Don went 7-7. This league, oh yeah, I just want to talk about it. This league is it's a no tank league, and what that means is if you because it's dynasty, right? So it's year round. So we we don't stop. You know, what I'm saying the season over, we don't stop. But there's drafting, rookie drafts, right? You got the rookie draft popping off, and just because you last don't mean you won't get the first pick. That ain't how this work over here, bro. We ain't doing none of that. So ain't no tanking, no tank league. It's a bracket. It's the consolation bracket. You gotta win that bracket. You hear me? You gotta win the consolation bracket to get the number one pick. So we got to make it competitive all year round. All the way, not all year round, but all the way around, right? So we ain't having nobody that's like, I'm sorry, but I have to put it out there. There's a team that went 0-14. 0-14. He didn't win not one game. This is my boy Richard, Big Rich. He lost all 14 games, but he's not guaranteed the number one spot, the rookie spot, the number one pick. That's what I'm talking about. So if he wanted to get Caleb Williams or Drake Maine or whoever else, Marvin Harrison Jr., niggas is coming out in college. You ain't getting him like that. You better win this consolation bracket. And let me go over that bracket real quick. Go over that matchup bracket. So we got obviously this is the 4 teams that didn't make it. So it's my boy Big Poppy. Shout out Big Poppy. If you out there, man, that's my co-worker. Michael. He's a real solid cat, man. He be on this workout shit. You know what I'm saying? And this sausage shit, his sausage dance and all this shit. Right. He's a real solid dude, man. He's a Phoenician for real, up and down. So he liked the Suns, and I don't know if he liked the Cardinals. He may like the Cardinals. I think he talked shit about the Cardinals, but he definitely liked the Suns. He's more of a basketball guy than anything. We done whooped on them Suns too. It's Lakers all day over here. But yeah, he playing against my boy 49er fan 180. That's my boy, man. My boy Lenny. Shout out Lenny, man. 818, stand up, feel me? Niner fan, your Niners are doing good. They're doing good. So that's that matchup. And then my boy Mike, his relative, actually, who was a Raider fan like myself. We hurting. But he playing my cousin, my young Relly, Samaje. Oh, I'll talk about Samir. Samir doing the stizzle. He got Samaje. So that's the bracket for the consolation. Again, no tank league. You can't tank to get the number one pick. Once you get into playoff mode, which is right now, you gotta win that bracket. And it's gonna trickle down from there. So the winner gets the first pick, the second place loser gets the second, and so on and so forth. Boom, boom, boom. So we gotta keep it competitive, man. We ain't just letting people just go 0-14 and to get automatic. You feel me? That ain't happening. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. I don't got a watch on right now, but not on mine. You feel me? Anyway, all right. So let's move on to the next league, which is my baby. This is my original league that I started from the jump. This league is my baby. We were at Dynasty at one point, but the shit fell off. It fell off. That's why we got King of Kings. But I'm willing to have another Dynasty league with all these motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Dynasty is where it's at. So, but this is redraft. So this is a redraft league. Cali Kings. All my Cali Kings soldiers out there, holla at your boy, man. Y'all been holding it down. I've rotated a lot of people, recycled some people. But at the end of the day, man, Cali Kings is where it's at. That's my love. That's my heart. And shout out to everybody that's in that league. But let's kind of go over. So this is Samir. This is my relative right here. His name on the sleeper app is Menace to Fantasy. He's been a menace all year long. So he this league actually was really competitive. This one was real competitive. So he went 11-3, ended on a 4-game winning streak. My boy Mike again. He's in the redraft. He went 11-3. He finished on a 6-game winning streak. Right, and then my boy ATL Alcoholics, Jay for you, over there in ATL, man, he went 11-3. He was 1-game winning streak, and then so that's a 3 seed. Then I was the 4th seed. I went 9-5. I was actually like 7-1. So, but I won my last 2 games because I went on a 4-game lose streak or some shit like that. Kind of watched this Laker game, see what's going on. Luka over there, diamond motherfuckers up. Anyway, so I went 9-5, and then my boy, golly, man, Glenn, my boy Glenn, man, from Monroe, man, 818, stand up, Valley, San Fernando Valley finest from the Sandlot, Monroe days. He went 9-5. He actually ended on a 5-game winning streak, right? So he was 4-5. He ended up 9-5. He got the 5 seed. I got the tiebreak over him because of points. Then my cousin Morelli again. He's the defending champ in this league. Your Mama's Pimp. Your Mama's Pimp went 8-6. He actually lost his last game, but he was still in there. Like he still made it. You know what I'm saying? Damn, what happened? Hit a 3. He's still in there. He got the 6th seed, and then Always Up. This is one of my Samaje, one of my people, one of my relatives, one of his peoples. He actually went 6-8. So look, it's a lot. So it was top heavy. It was top heavy. 12 teams, top heavy. So he went 6-8. He snuck in. He really didn't sneak in because the other guys were 5-9 or below. So he got in on the last week, though. He did get in on the last week because it was fighting. It was a battle. It was a 3-team race to get that last spot. He went 6-8, and then my boy, who I'll talk about in the next segment, my boy Ace Bug. He's a KC fan, man. Fuck them. I'm glad they on a losing streak. But he a KC fan, man. He fell out last 2 games. He went 5-9. Then my other big relative, his Big Sexy, that's his name on here. I ain't call that nigga Big Sexy. He went what did he go? He went 5-9. He went on a 4-game loser, so he was 500 before he lost. And then I don't know who the fuck Impending Doom. I don't know who this is, but he was on a 5-game losing streak. He went 4-10. And then my boy Big Fuck Your Team, Boss Raider 04, my boy. He went on a 4-game losing streak. He went 4-10. And then Josie P, he actually went 1-13. Boo. I don't even think he was paying attention at all. Sad. Anyway, so let's go over the offensive MVPs of that league. And I, as far as like the MVPs and the runner-ups, like I'm giving it to people whose teams actually made the playoffs. Like I'm not going to just give it to because I'll go over it, especially in the quarterback chaos league. Somebody had some major hitters on offense and defense and didn't even make the playoffs, bro. So that's why I'm not giving it to, as far as the MVP, offense, defense, to people that didn't make the playoffs. You got to make the playoffs, bro. You got to make the playoffs in order for you to have MVP status. Let's see. I was looking. I got a little message. So offensive MVP was Josh Allen in that league. This offensive scoring, all my shit is high. So he actually totaled out 4,200 points, 4,283 points. Josh Allen, offensive MVP for Cali Kings. I'm gonna look at some shit so I can just give you a rundown of it. Yeah, so he was on J4U team. Who went 11-3. And then the defensive MVP was Okaku, dude from the Jacksonville. So, excuse me, it's a running. You'll hear his name again. If you had him on your squad, you made the playoffs. And Big Poppy, Mike, somewhat athletic. That's the name of his team. He had him. He picked him. He had 3,070 points. Did his thizzle. All right. So then the offensive MVP runner-up was Tyreek Hill. And Tyreek Hill was on whose team? Let me see. He was on Always Up team, who barely squeaked into the playoffs. Always Up, yeah, he barely squeaked into the playoffs. Am I right? Let me see. He got the he got the 7th seed. He barely got up in there. So he made the playoffs. So, Tyreek Hill. And then the runner-up on defense was Zaire Franklin. Zaire Franklin from the Colts, Indianapolis Colts. You know what I'm saying? If you had him, you did your thizzle. Right? So that was me. I picked him. I picked a lot of IDP stars. Ooh, and one. LeBron James. Zaire Franklin did his thizzle, man. So he's a runner-up MVP on the defensive side. Let me actually go over to because I didn't say who players as far as the MVPs for the in the Dynasty League. So MVP Tyreek Hill. Who had him? Damn, that's fucked up. You know what? I'm gonna have to scratch that. Offensive MVP. I'm gonna have to change that up, man. Just looking at it, if I'm going off my criteria, the criteria of you have to make the playoffs. Offensive MVP is gonna have to go to CMC over there in the Dynasty King of Kings. CMC is offensive MVP. And then I'm gonna have to go with runner-up is who's gonna be the runner-up? Let's go to Super over here. Tua. Tua is the runner-up, not Tyreek. Tua is the runner-up. And then on defense, I'm gonna make this quick. Who had on okay. Defense, offensive, and defensive, defensive MVP and defensive runner-up MVP was the same guy, Zaire Franklin and Fosay Okankun, whatever his name is, but I keep fucking it up. He was on one team. I mean, those two guys were on one team. My team. All right, so move on. Let's move on. All right, so that was King of Kings, and then that was Cali Kings. King of Kings is the Dynasty. Cali King is the redraft. So let's go on to Top Dog. Top diggity dog. Look, man, my son, man, Zaire, he loves him some Mickey Mouse. I don't got no Mickey Mouse shit. I'm surprised. Oh, I took it all out. He loved him some Mickey Mouse, so please forgive me for singing that song. So Top Dog, man, this was a really competitive league as well. Just go over this is 14 teams. 14 teams made the league over here. I mean, not made the league. 14 teams in the league of Top Dog. All right. So this was all the main objective of it was all the top dogs of fantasy football that I know and that my cousin know. Your mama's pimp. So 14 teams. It's the same type of format as well. So it's super flex, IDP, fuck kicker, fuck team defense. That's how we get down. Sorry. That's how we get down. So 14 teams and there's no buys. Nobody get a buy in this. Top seed, number 1 seed was me. I went 10-4. And then the two-time defending champion, Ace Bug, went 9-5. And he lost his last game. He was actually 9-4, so he could have been 10 And he would have had the tiebreaker if he would have won. He would have been the number 1 seed. So shout out to Ace Book. He went 9-5. My boy Boss Ryder. This is my Raider homie, man. Fuck, why is his name slipping my mind? I'm sorry, bro, if you see this, man. I don't know why your name is slipping my mind. But he went 9-5. And then Ringo went 9-5. My big rally, Big Sexy, 6'9", went 8-6. My other rally, Menace to Fantasy, went 8-6 on a 2-game losing streak though. So he was 8-4. My boy, this is my boy right here, J Michael. J Mike, he ended on a high note, and he had he had a trade, man, that went down when he was down because he went 8-6 he ended on a 3-game winning streak. He got the 7th seed, but he had a suspect ass trade, man, that we let go through because it is what it is. There ain't no vetoing trades, man. We're not vetoing trades over here, unless if we really think it's collusion. So if it's collusion, man, we are vetoing some shit. But we can't just, if someone wants to be dumb and give up players and this and that, we can't do it. You know what I'm saying? This is money on the line. So all these are money leagues. Okay, it's money on the line. Let's see. He went 8-6, and then my boy Jay for you, AT Alcoholics, went 7-7, but he was 7-5 at one point. He ended on a 7-game losing streak. 2-game losing streak. So that's the top 8 people that made the playoffs. The other 6, because it's 14. The other 6 that didn't make it was G Squad, Samaje. He went 7-7, but he, like I said, he lost in tiebreaker in points. He was real low anyway. He had to do some miracle shit to get up in there. Then Big Black Pat went 6-8. He ended on a 5-game losing streak. So at one point he was 6-3, lost 5 straight. And then Day Dizzle went 5-9. Jay Perea went 5-9, but he ended on a 2-game winning streak. My co-commish, who was the real commish of this league, because this is his league. I gifted him this league. I wouldn't say I gifted him, but I let him take it over or whatever, whatnot. Big Relly went 5-9. So he's real. He's like the real commish of the league. Come on, Lakers. Down by 3, 5 minutes left. And then my boy Armando, damn. So he went 2-12. So everybody else was real competitive. He had no shot. No shot at all in the playoffs whatsoever. He ended on a 4-game losing streak. They hit another 3. These niggas, fuck. Okay. He went 2-12. Let's go over the offensive MVP was Jalen Hurts. And Jalen Hurts was on who team? He was on Ace team. I would have gave it to other people, top consideration. Tyreek actually should have been MVP, but he was on a team that did not make the playoffs. So, you don't make the playoffs, bro, and you had Tyreek, you should have traded him. Shit. You feel me? So Jalen Hurts on Ace Book team, man. Offensive MVP. Defensive MVP. It was a lot of people that I could have chose from. Like for example, Oknaku, he could have made it, but he was on a team that didn't make the playoffs. Zaire Franklin was on a team that did. Wait a minute, Zaire Franklin, Top Dogs. Hold on, did he make it? He made the playoffs. Boom, defensive MVP, Zaire Franklin. You hear a ringing bell. It's a ring of if these are key people that's made this offensive and defensive or even runner-up MVPs. So if you had these guys, man, you made the playoffs, bro. So defensive MVP is Zaire Franklin. Offensive runner-up is, where'd he go? Did he make it? Hold on. Did he even make the playoffs? Let me see. Yeah, there we go. Offensive runner-up MVP, Tyreek Hill. Same names, Tyreek Hill. And then defensive runner-up was T.J. Edwards. He's the running back from Chicago. Running back. He's the linebacker from Chicago. He got the runner-up for MVP. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong team. I'm looking at the wrong shit. Excuse me. Offense. Oh yeah, Jalen Hurts. There we go. And then defense MVP was. Okay. Yeah. Okay. It's the same people. It don't matter. It's the same people, right? So that's top dogs, man. Again, well, I got the number 1 seed over there. You know, we got to prove it. So those matchups, the playoff matchups is me, Statavelli, versus J for you. That's 1-8 seed. Then we got ICU and Big Sexy at the 4-5 slot. And then we got Boss Ryder and Minister Fantasy at the 3-6. Then we got Ace Bug and Jen Michael at the 2-7. The defending champion got him a matchup. He got a matchup, bro. He's a 2-time defending champion. This nigga has not paid to get in the league in 2 years, and he's won big money. This is the big money league. And he's a Kansas City fan, so I got to hear this nigga shit all fucking year long. God damn. Lose, nigga. You got to lose, nigga. Lose. Lose in the first round, nigga. I don't want to hear nothing. Fuck. All right. Raiders. Anyway, so that's top dogs. That's top dogs, and then I'm gonna go over to quarterback chaos, and then I just talk about the other leagues that I'm in too. But let me just go to the leagues that matter, that my people. If you subscribe, if you watching, if you're going to watch, I'm gonna post it in everything that I got. But I want to talk about our shit first before I go to other shit that you guys are not a part of. So, what's the score? Damn, we gotta win this, Lakers. Anyway, quarterback chaos. So quarterback chaos. Let me explain the quarterback chaos league. This is a 14-team league, okay? 14 teams. And quarterback chaos means you can actually start 3 quarterbacks. You can start 3 quarterbacks. You're not required to start 3 quarterbacks. Like the math don't add up, right? The math is not mathing, is what my boy Ace been saying a couple of times, right? Let's hit this 3. Oh, let's go. 122, 118. Let's go, Lake Show. Come back on these niggas. 2 minutes left. So pardon me. So 14 teams, and you can start 3 quarterbacks. Damn, these niggas not. Come on, defense. 2 minutes. So out of 4, when we got 14 teams, man, we got to get 8 people up in there, right? So get 8 people up in there. So let's go with the top seed was Samir with Minister to Fantasy. He went 11-3. J Dub 808 went 10-4. He ended on a 5-game winning streak. Second seed. The 3 seed was my boy Kenny Breeze. No. Block. No. Oh, rebound. Okay. Kenny Breeze went 9-5. Block. Yes. Kenny Breeze 9-5 on a 7-game win streak. He's the hottest nigga out right now. Good shit, Kenny. I didn't even notice that. Oh wait, he did 3. Come on, I want to see these fucking updates, man. Kenny Breeze went 9-5, ended on a 7-game win streak. So that means he was 2-5. Made the playoffs as the 3 seed. Then we got J Dub. That's my little cousin Jacob. He's actually on a downward spiral. He went 9-5 though. He went 9-5. lost his last game. Then we got me at the 5 seed. I went 8-6, won my last game against him actually. And then team Get Him, I believe he's a Raider fan. He went 8-6. And then I just fired, which is Armando, went 7-7. And then my cousin, who was the co-commish. God damn it, man. We can't. How many threes these motherfuckers didn't hit? What was I saying, man? Kickball. What's this? Kickball. Your Mama's Pimp went 7-7. He went on a 2-game losing streak. He squeaked in because Boss Ryder, my boy Boss Ryder, went 7-7 on a 2-game win streak, but he squeaked in because he got him in the tiebreaker in points. So that's the top 8. And then, like I said, Boss Ryder went 7-7. Big Sexy went 6-8. Day went 5-9. I See You went 5-9. Big Black Pat went 4-10, and then Armageddon Dream Team went 2-12. Sorry. So let's go with the offense. I'm trying to watch the Laker game and all this other stuff too, man. What was that? What was they called? Oh, Tech. Come on. Offensive MVP was Josh Allen, right? So who had Josh? Minister Fantasy, the #1 seed. Let's go, Lakers. Come on, Austin. Hit that 3 on these niggas. Hit that. AD. Fuck, we lost. Defensive MVP was Alex Singleton. So this is what I want to talk about with the players being selected as offensive defensive MVP. So Team Big Sexy, they had Zaire Franklin, they had dude from Jacksonville, and he didn't make the playoffs. And those were the top 2 scoring guys. Even Raekwon Smith from Baltimore, somebody had him. This dude went 2-10. And then we go to the next person up is my boy Kenny Breeze, who was on that 7-game win streak and got up in there, got the 3 seed. He had Alex Singleton, the linebacker from the Denver Broncos. That's why he's the defensive MVP, right? And then offensive runner-up was Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill killed. He had the second most points in the whole thing. And that was J Double 808 had him, who had the #2 seed, if I'm not mistaken. All right. Love you too, baby. Love you too. Let's see here. What's that? Tyreek Hill. That's what I'm talking about. Tyreek Hill, man. Tyreek Hill put up 2,600 points. That's the second most points. Like, if you had him, you made the playoffs in every league. If you had Tyreek Hill, he's the offensive MVP, hands down, no doubt about it, in any type of format. But especially in my formats, he's the MVP. And then runner-up defensive MVP was TJ Edwards. That was somebody that I had, and he had the 5th most defensive points. So I got it in there. The other guys didn't make it. So those are my leagues that I wanted to talk about. So what's that? As far as like leagues that I'm commissioner in, or co-commissioner in. So that was King of Kings. That's the Dynasty League. Cali Kings Redraft League, which I want to make it a dynasty. So those that's listening, if you're interested in the dynasty, please come on. Top Dogs, which we can make that a dynasty if you want. Let's do it. And then Quarterback Chaos. Again, with the Quarterback Chaos, I don't know if I think I got distracted trying to watch this Laker game. But like I said, man, it's a 3-quarterback league. You have 2 starting quarterbacks, and then you have the super flex for the quarterback. Obviously, look the math, it's not mathing, right? So that third, if you was lucky enough to get that third quarterback, and there was rules in behind how you got it. So what it was when we drafted, you couldn't select your third quarterback until you got into the 10th round. So let's just say you went quarterback first, second round, quarterback, right? Beginning of the 10th round, not the, so the wraparound when it was 10th, all the way wrapped around. So if you was lucky enough, if you was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pick, you was one of the ones that most likely got a third quarterback. And how everything was set up, I can even look at the draft right now, just so you can see who actually made the playoffs that had the quarterbacks, 3 quarterbacks. So let's go to draft recap, draft results. Complete. Here we go. So 10th round was when you was able to get a quarterback. So I just farted, got a third quarterback, which was CJ Stroud. But his second quarterback was Rodgers, so he didn't make the playoffs. Did he? Let me look over here. Quarterback chaos. Oh, he made it. He did. But he don't got I don't know who he has now as a quarterback. But he got the 7th seed, right? And then Black Pat, Jimmy G. He's a Raider fan. But his first 2 picks was Patrick Mahomes and Tua, right? Then we had Minister Fantasy, who was the number 1 seed. He had the third. He was able to get that third quarterback. He got Sam Howell. So that's what got him up in there, because he got Josh Allen. Well, actually, Bryce Young, and then Sam Howell. But he has 3 quarterbacks in that they all played and all been playing. And Josh Allen was the MVP of the league, right? And then who else got a third quarterback? Let's see, in the 10th round. Boss Ryder, for whatever reason, did not select a quarterback. And he selected Cordell Patterson. Telltale right there, right? Then I was next up at the 5th. I had the 5th pick. So I got Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford fell in the 10th round. Niggas was, I don't know, smoking that la. But look, I went 8-6 though, right? Because my second quarterback was Deshaun Watson. So my first quarterback was Lamar Jackson. So that's, but anyway, so, and then so there was more quarterbacks selected afterwards. J-Dub got Mark Jones, who's Kenny Breeze got Baker Mayfield, and he had Kirk Cousins too, though. But he must have streamed another guy and got somebody, because he on a 7-game win streak. And then JW 808 got Desmond Ridder in the 10th round, and then Ryan Tannehill went in. He went as the 11th pick. And then Dede got Kyler Murray. So but obviously Kyler he started playing week 10, 9, 10, something like that. Yeah. So he didn't make the playoffs. Okay. And then was there any other quarterbacks taken after that? No, that was it. After the 10th round. So the very last quarterback taken was Kyler Murray to Dede. And he also picked Justin Fields, who was hurt for a while, and Anthony Richards, who got hurt, in the 3rd, 4th week. So yeah, that explains his record, right? That explains his record. But that's quarterback chaos, man. That's how that league worked. Very innovative league. It came from rest in peace, Guru. We called him Guru. He was a friend of my cousin. They all worked together. And he passed away last year. So we were just keeping that. I didn't want to be a part of it. Like, my cousin was telling me about it like years ago, and I'm like, bro, like, it's 14 teams, and you can have 3 quarterbacks. I'm like, that shit don't add up, bro. It's like, that is not fair for who's going to have the third quarterback. Like you would think they're automatic because the quarterback is the money point. They're automatically going to win the league. Like that don't make no sense to me. Like I don't want to be a part of it. I'm like that's stupid. Like that's stupid. Like for real. Like that's dumb. And then he got in my league. Guru got in my league, and I'm like, you know what? I got to return the favor. I'll fuck with the league. And then I had to really understand like everybody ain't gonna have three quarterbacks all the time. Like you may have three quarterbacks the whole time, but motherfuckers getting injured. How many rookie starting quarterbacks was there in the league this year? A record 14, 15 people, right? 14, 15 people, rookies started at least one game. So it's a toss up. It's a toss up. So that kind of brought me into it, made me like, all right, I can dig it. I can fuck with it. So, we just keeping it going on for his in honor of him. But we added a twist to it. Obviously, we put the individual defensive players, the IDPs up in there, feel me? So we kind of spanned the roster out a little bit. So we twisted it up, but it's still the concept was his, and we're gonna keep it going. We ain't gonna make that no dynasty. That has to be redraft. Though. There's no way we can do that as a dynasty because then it really would be unfair, right? So that's not a dynasty. We're not even worried about making that a dynasty. That's not gonna happen. But those are the leagues that I was either commission or co-commission that I wanted to go over with my peoples. Now, just want to talk about these other leagues that I'm in. Like I said, different formats, man, different setups. But I made the playoffs in all of my leagues, all of them. And I want to kind of go over my strategy too, right? So, I mean, it has to be a strategy. Like I said beforehand, it's luck involved in it, but there is strategy too. Because look, I went 10 for 10. So it's about your players you pick, but it's also about the strategy too, right? But before I talk about that, my boy, Fantasy Hustler, man. I'm in 3 of his leagues. He does a fabulous job with how he runs his ship and what he got going on over there. These are dynasty leagues that I'm talking about. So I made the playoffs, man. I went 9-5 in one league, 10-4, 7-7. So I squeaked in the last one, the last week too. And I got in on tiebreakers of points. So I got in those leagues, man, and it was lovely. It was, I've been rocking with that for at least 2 or 3 years. 2020 was when I think I started. So yeah, those are dynasty leagues too, right? So that should go on. And then my cousin had me hop in this one league, man, that we always searching for people. Like we're searching for people to be a part of our leagues because we want competitive people to be in our leagues and people that are consistent, right? I don't like the revolving door. One of my dynasty leagues fell off because people, oh man, I can't do it this year. What do you mean you can't do it this year? Well, what the fuck, man? Like, you feel me? So yeah, don't nobody want to take an orphan team. You know what I'm saying? If nobody wants to take a team that they didn't draft, that they didn't put their time and investment in, right? Because everybody got their own mind frame, their own thought process of what's going on, who they want, and shit like that, right? So it's hard to get somebody to take a team that they didn't draft and invest in. And it's a money league too, right? So we're trying to tell you, all right, you got to pay too for this team that you didn't even draft. Don't nobody like auto drafters, right? Some people like to fuck with auto drafting because that's how they know they can't draft, right? Those are the sorry people that can't fucking draft. So they want to auto draft their team and then want to be like, oh, no, nigga, you didn't do nothing. You didn't do anything. You auto drafted your team. Anyway, that's like the same kind of concept, right? An orphan team. So, this team, this league is really similar. It's not what my leagues are, but it's similar, right? It's IDP, it's super flex, but it's the IDP is just one, you know what I'm saying? It's one guy, but it is super flex though. Like, you know what I'm saying? you have one starting quarterback, but you can flex the other one. Why? If you can have two quarterbacks, you need to start two. Let's just get that straight. And this league, they're all money leagues again. Like I don't play for free. I don't play for fun. Okay. I did that before, and people don't pay attention. Even honestly, people that pay money, if they're losing, they don't pay attention to it once they get to a certain point, right? But anyway, this league was what was it? How many? It's a 12-team league, and it was somewhat similar. Like anyway, I made the playoffs, man. I was 0.99% from being the number one seed. I ended up. So how they have it was there's like a league mandate every week. Like so, if you can win your matchup, but if you don't have like a total points, like for instance, the league mandate was 149.10 points for this past league week. I won, so I won twice. So I mean, I scored 166 points in 26 points, and the person that I played only scored 130 and 99 points. Right, so he got 2 L's. I got two dubs. So my record ended up being in the league. It ended up being what 23-5. It's like it's not even. The math ain't mathing, right? But it maths. It maths right if you think about it, right? So you can win twice in 1 week. You can lose twice in 1 week, or you can go 1-1 in the week, or you can go 0-2. Well, I already said that, lose twice. You can either go 2-0, 0-2, or 1-1, right? So I've actually ended on it's a 7-game win streak, but it was like ended up being a 15-game winning streak. I ended up being. So I went 23-5. I got the 2 seed, and the person that got the 1 seed, he went 23-5, but he got me in points. And 0.99%, 0.99. That's what he beat me in points to get the number 1 seed. But this is out of the 12, only 6 people make it. So I got a bye. I mean, I don't like really having buys, but I got a bye in this league. And my team is really strong. My team is really strong. I didn't do no offense, defense, MVPs, nothing like that for this one because it's not my league. I didn't want to get too deep into all that, looking at all that stuff. But my squad, I can go over my squad though. Dak Prescott, Tony Pollard, Saquon. Who transferred to Oregon DB to UCLA? Oh, Brian Addison. Okay, come on back to UCLA then, baby. Come on back, brother. Come on back. He was originally signed with us. Anyway, this ain't about that. Yeah, so Dak Prescott, Tony Pollard, Saquon Barkley, Keenan Allen is my receiver, Nico Collins, Travis Kelce, Ezekiel Elliott. You're probably thinking, like, oh man, this guy, like, I'm not an NFC East type of guy, but you know, I got their players. Anyway, Travis Kelce, Ezekiel Elliott, Trey McBride, David Njoku, my other quarterback, Jordan Love, and then my IDP player was Roquan Smith. I had I got Bobby Wagner, but I had the kid from Buffalo, Terrell Bernard. I had him almost all year long, and then somebody stupidly dropped Roquan Smith, and someone stupidly dropped Bobby Wagner. I picked both them motherfuckers up, but I ended up dropping Terrell Bernard. I ended up dropping him, but I'm rocking with Roquan Smith right now. But my team is strong, man. I'm hurting that receiver a little bit. I got Josh Downs, the rookie from the Colts. I got Noah Brown as well. So I was rocking with the Houston guys because C.J. Stroud slinging that rock. I did not get I did not get Tank Dell. Somebody picked him up, but I got some waiver wire pickups. I don't want to mention it because maybe some of those guys are watching. I did advertise my shit, even though it's a whole different link that I sent because I fucked up. Whatever. But I do got some waiver wire guys out there that I'm trying to pick up for tomorrow. That's the waiver wire for it. But yeah, man. And then I'm talk about the Transit League. So this is the league that my relative, man, him and all his co-workers, man, that they've been running this league. Like they're bus drivers out here, Metro bus drivers. Shout out to the Metro bus drivers in the Phoenix area. And this league, this is a cookie cutter league. This is a straight up old school team defense, kicker, no IDP players. Running back is king type shit league. You feel me? But I made the playoffs. I got the 2 seed over here. I went 10-4, bro. I went 10-4 over here. So I got the 2 seed. My first quarterback that I drafted, I wanted Lamar Jackson. That's my guy. But somebody swooped him up, and I had Watson. So I was struggling. But my guy now is Matthew Stafford. I had Justin Jefferson too. Justin Jefferson was actually my very first pick. I went 10-4 in this league. Come on now. Justin Jefferson just barely came back, and he got hurt again, right? Keenan Allen, Jaden Waddle, my running backs, David Montgomery, Jared Warren from Pittsburgh. I got Singletary from Houston, Rashawn Johnson. I had a revolving door with running backs, and I'll talk about that too. I've been on for hours, so I'm gonna kind of cut this short a little bit because I got to put the kids to sleep. Who else? My tight end. So this is starting tight end. So Kittle. He's been off and on, but when he's on, he really does his thing, right? And then Chris Olave from New Orleans. I had Rashee Rice, Etan. It's not Etan. What's his name? Elijah Moore from the from the Browns. And my team defense is the Cleveland Browns defense. I had Denver's defense as well, but I had to drop them. I didn't want to carry 2 defenses. And then my kicker was the Miami kicker. Just figured they scored a lot of points, right? He got me some points past week. So again, man, 10 of 10. I went 10 of 10 in every league, bro. 10 of 10. My first time going the trifecta. You feel me? My first time to the trifecta, whatever you want to call it. 10 leagues, 10 playoff spots. First time for me doing it. So, I want to pat myself on the back. Want to dust the dust off my shoulder. You feel me? My boy Glenn, what's up with it, man? A1A, stand up, baby. Stand up, baby. Yeah. Just going over the leagues, man. 10 of 10, bro. 10 of 10, man. 10 of 10. This is my first time being in making it in every league. I mean, I've been in leagues like at one point in time. I had 20 leagues at one time. 20 teams at one time. I was addicted to the shit, like for real. Yeah, man. A18, baby. A18. Yes, sir. But yeah, man, I was addicted. So 10 to 10 this year, man. So I'm proud of myself, man. I'm proud of myself. Oh, my boy Glenn commenting up on here, man. Yeah, we got our matchup in Cali Kings, bro. Get ready. I should have taken that trade. With Aaron Jones, man. I should have taken that trade with you guys. I should have did that shit. His ass didn't play. I started him, but I won. I still won. But my defensive players carried me. My defensive player carried me over there. But yeah, just kind of going over, recapping, man. Let me recap. I'm gonna recap for you, my boy, since you just probably got up in here. I'm gonna be a 9 next week, huh? Oh, you knocking me out, huh? Okay. Hey, good luck. Not. But let me give you a little recap, man. My Dynasty League, King of Kings, man. I went 11-3. Somebody went 14-0 over there, bro. 14-0. 14-0. I was on this ass, homie. No homo. Pause. All right. I was just on him all year. Like, you're a practice hero. Ooh, don't fall off. He got a bye this week too. So, I really been on him. I've really been on his head. But he got the number 1 seed. I got the 2 seed. I went 11-3. I've been giving out offensive and defensive MVPs. Tyreek Hill is the fantasy MVP, bro. Tyreek Hill, offensive fantasy MVP. And then the linebacker from Jacksonville, Fosse Oklahoma, defensive MVP. If you had these guys, so I'm gonna name off some guys. If you had Tyreek Hill, if you had the Jacksonville guy, if you had CMC, if you had Zaire Franklin, the linebacker from the Colts, if you had Josh Allen, who else? Jared, if you had Hurts, Josh Allen again, like these names, if you had these guys on your team, you made the playoffs. In my format, you made the playoffs for sure, right? So I said I want to kind of go over like my strategy and my thinking behind, since I can officially call myself a guru, right? 10 of 10, I can call myself a guru. My strategy of my thinking of drafting, right? First and foremost, I'm fading running backs. I don't give a fuck. I'm fading running backs. Why I'm fading running backs? The NFL is fading the running backs, right? Think about it. The NFL is fading running backs. They fading them with the money. They're not giving them no dough. They're not getting no dough. And then it's a committee. It's always a committee. There's a few horses that's out there, and those niggas is dying breeds too. Henry, dying breed. Chubb got hurt, but he's a horse, right? Who else? CMC, he's a fucking hybrid. He's a one offer. He's a one liner right there. He's a one offer right there. CMC, but he's a horse, right? But he does everything though. He do everything. He do a little bit of everything. We got who else? Austin Eckler, who had an off year this year, right? Who else, man? It's just a dying breed of running backs, man. So my strategy is fading running backs and going heavy on the wide receiver. Obviously, you're gonna fade one spot, you got to go heavy on another spot, right? So I was always heavy wide receiver, and then in my leagues again, IDP linebackers. The linebackers are the new, what the old school fantasy football used to be, when you needed to get your top. What up, my nigga? What up with it, pimp? The IDP was when you the linebackers was old school fantasy football, running back heavy, right? Running back heavy. When you played fantasy football 10 years ago, what was you doing? Drafting your running back, and then another running back, right? That's what IDP linebacker is, right? So that was my strategy. Go top, go real hard, because quarterback is the quarterback. You're gonna get you if you want to get you the Josh Allen, the Patrick Mahomes, the Lamar Jacksons, the Justin Herbert, who's out for the year now. But the top guys, the Jalen Hurts, you go get you a quarterback too, quick, right? But then after you get that quarterback, wide receiver, hit up the wide receivers, the top guys, boom, 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 and then you just at that point, you start going IDP. You start going heavy linebackers, heavy on the linebackers, right? So that was my strategy. Again, 10 for 10 this year in fantasy. 10 leagues, 10 playoff spots that I made, right? but it's different formats too. But a lot of the formats is similar, right? I already told you about the dinosaur transit league. I even over there, I didn't go running back. I'm fading running backs, bro. I went wide receiver heavy over there. I thought I got my top guy quarterback, and then I just went wide receiver. Justin Jefferson was my first pick, right? But again, my strategy moving forward this has been my strategy for the last 5 years. About 5 years, maybe more. Heavy at the wide receiver, get your quarterback, fade those running backs. You can stream those running backs, bro. Like you can pick somebody up off the waiver wire. You don't have to draft nobody quick, top like that. You feel me? You don't have to do all that. And then you go heavy in my formats, heavy IDP. Linebackers, tacklers, the safeties, not no cornerback, not no Jalen Ramsey, not no motherfucking Sauce Gardner. Somebody ain't going to get the pass thrown to them. You don't want to get the fancy names of the corners. You want to get those hidden linebackers. You want to get those hidden safeties. That's tackling machines. And even, like, you don't even really want to get, like, those rush in guys. But Max Crosby is a diamond piece. TJ Watts, you gotta get him. Micah Parson, you gotta get him. Then there's the Hunter dude from Minnesota. Who else? He hurt, but Jalen Phillips from Miami, Chubb over there from Miami. Khalil Mack had a rejuvenated season. Khalil Mack ate this year. You feel me? So it's like those are the type of motherfuckers that you want to get moving forward. And like if you're gonna fuck with my league, I'm gonna give you the recipe right now. Right now, it's bit me in the ass because it's a player in Cali Kings who he's in a dynasty league, King of Kings. He bit my strategy. He went 11-3. This is my boy Mike. I'm looking at his team. He drafted. I'm like, damn, is that me drafting? I had to look at my shit. I'm like, this motherfucker looking at my queue because he saw what was up. You feel me? Like it's a strategy behind it. Now it's after the strategy is luck. We can't control the injuries. We can't control the playing time. We can't control none of that. We know that. We all know that, right? But if you get those top guys, you fade the running back, bro. Fade them niggas. Unless it's CMC, you know what I'm saying, or Bijan Robinson. If you picked him, you was disappointed until later on, right? Because Arthur Smith was doing some dumb shit. I don't know what the fuck he got going on. But Bijan was one of those guys. Saquon Barkley was one of those guys, right? Always CMC. Like, I never had Derrick Henry on my team. I never had Nick Chubb. Well, I had Nick Chubb on some of my teams because I've been in different formats, right? So you had to go in some formats, you got to go running back heavy. You just got to do it. Like there's no way around it. Especially you just got to base a lot of your shit off the scoring settings of the league. You gotta do your homework. Like I tell everybody, you get in my league, this shit is high scoring, bro. I need you to read those settings. See what's going on, because if you do that, you winning. Because when you start drafting, you start listening to these draft experts on TV and all this other shit, they're gonna steer you wrong fucking with my league. They're gonna steer you wrong fucking with my league. Don't listen to these motherfuckers if you in one of my leagues, because yeah, you still want to listen to them just because you can kind of get some feedback, whatever, whatnot. But you don't want to listen to them too much if you fucking with Stativelli. You know what I'm saying? If you fucking with any of my leagues, they're gonna steer you wrong. Because they're gonna talk about the running backs. Oh, running back this, running back this, running back that, running back that, right? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, bro, don't do it. I'm trying, my nigga. You feel me? Appreciate it. But you know, you don't want to listen. You don't want to listen to that too much, because they're gonna steer you in the wrong direction. Now, if you're in a cookie cutter league, one of those ESPN fantasy leagues where your commissioner is going based off of what these motherfuckers talking about, yeah, you better listen to them, because they're gonna give you the recipe. They're gonna give it to you. But other than that, though, man, Hour and 15 minutes of this. I've been going at it. Yeah, man, it is what it is, though. I appreciate everybody. Look. I said I was going to do this every week. That didn't happen, but I'm going to do this every week moving forward in the playoffs. Okay, so we went over the matchups. Next week, I'm going to talk about the losers and the winners. Hopefully, I'm still talking about myself moving forward as a winner, but it's a major accomplishment. Again, I'm gonna pat myself on the motherfucking back. 10 to 10, like that's big, man. And they're all money leagues, so this is a situation. There's all money, so I'm in the money for it. So yeah, man, I'm signing off now, man. I gotta it was 8:30. Yes, night time for these little niggas. Gotta go to bed. Again, man, King of Kings, I love y'all, man. I love y'all being a part of my league. Cali Kings, I love y'all. That's my baby. I want to make it a dynasty. So come on, man. You're like, y'all help me out, man. Let's do that. Top dogs, where my dogs at? Feel me? Quarterback chaos. Rest in peace, Guru. Let's keep that shit moving. Let's keep that shit going. That's just a very unique league, man. Like I was catching some flack trying to tell people about it. Oh, it doesn't math. The math doesn't add up. I know. But when you played in it and you see the rules and how you can only hold 3 quarterbacks anyway. You can't like you have 4 quarterbacks on your roster and keep somebody from having another quarterback. You can't do that. Anyway, quarterback chaos. Shout out Fantasy Hustler, man. Fantasy Hustler. I'm in 3 of your leagues, bro. I made the playoffs in all 3. First time I did that. Snuck in one of them, but I'm the most dangerous 6th seed over there in your league, bro. I got the most points. I'm 7-7. Every week I was playing hitters. You feel me? And then I had some injuries here and there. Who else? The Grit Line. What's that league name, man? Let me give y'all a shout out, man, because I'm gonna fuck with y'all, man. I want y'all to fuck with me too. What's that team name, man? What's that league name? Gridiron Glory Hoes. Shout out to y'all, man. Redraft 2 quarterback Superflex IDP league, man. Come fuck with your boy, man. Come fuck with me, man. Like I'm trying to do it big. And y'all format is similar, not very. It's similar to my format. You know, got to get your IDP up. You feel me? Like you got to get your weight up, nigga. Get your IDP up. Feel me? But I'm signing off. One love, man. One love. Thank you, everybody that didn't watch. My boy, Glenn. Fuck, man. Why is my nigga name keep slipping out of my mouth? My baby was watching. Thank you for the views, baby. Fuck, you know what? Hold on, man. I can't do this, man. I gotta shout my boy out, man. God damn it. What's his name, man? Hold on, man. God damn, man. Hold on, bro. Like, I'm sorry, man. I don't know why. I stopped smoking too, so I don't know what it is. Maybe I need to smoke some more or something. I stopped smoking. It's big. I stopped smoking. Fuck, man. God damn it. Hold on, bro, man. My nigga, man. You know what? Anyway, man, I'm out. Thank you all. Love you. Peace.